Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Peeking Over the Fence. And I'm your host, Richard Landy. So welcome here today. And this is for financial advisors and their teams that might be considering their next transition and opportunity. So welcome. We are Bridgemark Strategy, a independent recruiting. We're a consulting firm, but remember, we work for you. You are the client. And with that said, we also have agreements with over 120 different firms throughout the entire country. Yes, it's very deep. And with those relationships, that gives our clients, the financial advisor, options, alternative of choice throughout the country. Now look, I'm going to talk to you today about a personal story that happened to me, which is back many years ago, but it's indicative of today and what's going on with the mergers and the acquisition. So if your company was acquired in the last 1, 2, or 3 years, or you were the acquirer, it's happened, and we see it happening into the future. 2027 shouldn't be any, or 2026 into 2027. And of course, what we just had happen here recently with LPL acquiring Commonwealth, pretty amazing here in 2025. So what I did is I just simply titled today's story, You Aren't Leaving Them, They Left You. Again, a true story. So back in 1991, I actually started out as a trainee stockbroker for Dean Witter, which ultimately became Morgan Stanley. And I was there for 15 years, but my first 10 years as an actual financial advisor, before I moved into management, became a sales manager, a branch manager, a complex manager from Miami, where I ultimately ended up. And at that point in time in 2000s, the very early 2000s with Morgan Stanley, it had been acquired by Dean Witter in 1997. So by 2000, 2001, the CEO fight was going on. For those who may remember, Phil Purcell and John Mack. Well, that kept going on, but ultimately in the early 2000s, James Gorman was hired to come in for Merrill Lynch, my apologies. Unfortunately, like any merger, any acquisition, the culture change started to happen. You get the picture. At that time, my loyalty and the loyalty of advisors around the country were simply out the window. Senior advisors, staff were leaving our firm. Branch managers were leaving the firm. That culture shift, it wasn't simply fun anymore. Again, you get that picture. Well, for myself, I wasn't happy. I actually received a call from a recruiter. I took his phone number and I said, look, I'm not looking to change today, but 2 days later, I knew what I was doing. I called them up. They got me an interview right away with Wachovia, which is now Wells Fargo, but Wachovia at the time had an opportunity in Miami where I was. So I flew into Jacksonville to meet the regional president. That was the headquarters. Scott Winter, for those of you that may know Scott, actually personally, I liked him very much. We spent 6 or 7 hours in Jacksonville. A very good trip. I enjoyed his company. He shared all the employees with me. We got to see the building, the support staff, have lunch with a group of people, and it was an excellent day out with Wachovia. So, getting ready to leave. We're in the street waiting for a taxi. And yes, back at the time, we didn't have Uber and we didn't have Lyft for the younger people watching this right now. In any event, it was a great visit, but he saw that I was looking out in the distance. It's like, Rich, what's going on in your head? You look kind of like you're out there. I told him right away, I never thought I'd be leaving Morgan Stanley. I'm here 15 years. I am a loyal person. In fact, I thought I'd retire here. So I'm just kind of like in shock that I'm sitting here with you in Wachovia. I never thought I'd be doing this. That's when he looked me right in the face and he just said to me simply, Rich, you are not leaving Morgan Stanley. They left you. Bam, that's it. That's when it physically hit me. So I'm at the airport thinking this through. I'm on a jet plane for 2 hours thinking this thing through. I land. I immediately called my wife and I shared with her that, Michelle, it was a great interview, a great trip, and I'm going to accept the offer. All because of what he said. You aren't leaving them, they left you. My loyalty was gone, so now I was going to look out for myself, my clients, and my family. The rest is history. So look, in closing, please understand this. I didn't have a seat at the table to make those decisions or be part of it. Most of you will not have or did not have a seat at the table, and that in itself is terrible. You've been an experienced financial advisor. You, first and foremost, your clients are the most important to you. Now, because I've experienced what you've gone through as an advisor, as a manager, I've been in your shoes, I know what it's like. So look, I hope this helped out just a little bit. If you'd like to learn more, maybe you have a general question or a chance to peek over your own fence. Don't hesitate. Feel free to reach out to me. You got all my contact information right there in front of you. I look forward to hearing from you and have an awesome day.